In this LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video, we are going to be exploring the secrets of Ahch-To. Make sure you're watching until the end of the video so you don't miss anything that we may find in this video. Also be sure to subscribe so you won't miss the next episode, and comment down below which planet or capital ship you'd like to see in the next episode, because you, my community, pick which ones we do. So this island is a lot of fun to just play in. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? And as you can see, it's really big, it's really faithful to the film. We have places like the dark side hole, as you can see, and we can just go straight down into it. This is what it looks like from the underneath. And let's go inside the island for the time being. There is a lot to look at. There is so many rocks. There's more rocks in this hub world than any other, I think. It's really cool to see the other islands as well, which you can't go to, but they are in the distance. Let's go to some of them, actually, because some of them are very far out, including this, which isn't actually an island, it's just a sprite. And it's got this really weird visual effect going on, because from a distance it looks like it's got like a grid over it. But yeah, it's very low resolution. But from a distance, it looks good, doesn't it? It's all around the planet's location. So you can see it's spread all the way around, very close to the edge of the skybox. And here is the low-res, low-poly Resurgent Star Destroyer, which actually does look pretty good, I have to say. I don't know why, it looks really cool, even though it's pretty much flat and is lacking a lot of detail, but still, I think it looks good. I think it's the lighting making it look less grey and more white, but those engines are also pretty cool. White engines instead of the blue engines. Once again, we can leave the skybox and also explore the water. Like, the water in the game is really well done, especially when you're just playing and see it from a distance. Like, even the reflections are pretty well done for a LEGO game, aren't they? I just want to admire the detail of the islands that are further out. Even though this is a flat texture, it looks really realistic when you're far away. Really adds a more convincing look to the location. What's interesting is that this rock here that looks pretty small is actually very big. It's also attached to this mud plane. I assume it's mud. Yeah, I think it is mud. Below the water itself. Water is pretty good. It does look good. It's got really nice splashes when it hits against the rocks. I really do like that. And you can see all of these rocks are underneath the water, but only a few of them, which you can't really see from when you're in game, when you're playing. They're not really visible. It's just this top section, but to be honest, you won't really see, because there's nowhere you can really go here from a playable perspective, except for this area. I really like how when you approach the island, the terrain just changes. It's just morphing. So at the arrival point, you will notice just below the sea is this mud plane. It's pretty far out. It goes, I'd imagine, pretty much all around the island. Yeah, as you can see, it's right there. So the water is actually not as deep as you'd think. It's just deep this far out. Look how the island morphs, and then wow, look at that stunning rock formation. Here's a close-up at the visual effects. Even though they don't look so good really up close, low resolution and such, from a distance they look fantastic. So you can also see the openings to various parts of the islands. For example, this is the village, and let's just go inside some of these buildings, because you can't actually go inside the houses. And yeah, there's no textures, unfortunately, aside from some of the broken ones, which you can, of course, get into. We're at the very top of the island now. A famous part of the film where Rey learns to use the Force and Luke becomes one with the Force. And whoa, there is a big hole where the pond and mosaic should be. It's not spawned in yet. But you can see the inner workings of the entire island by going down it. We have this big grey box here, which does not always stay there, but let's go and see what's inside it. There we go, we have the cave, which has one of my favourite parts of the entire game. The section where you're controlling the various rays in the mirror is phenomenal game design. It really is. They did a fantastic job. It's probably one of my favourite gaming moments of this year. It's just such a standout, and it uses the story so well and gives us a great game mechanic. And there you go, it's just hidden in this grey box underneath the island. And then there is some caveways that don't have grey box, like so. It doesn't actually render in when you are not near it as well, as a playable character that is. Same goes for this one. There is just one little brick that spawns in, but nothing else. Another thing that won't spawn in is this location, because we're the opposite side of the island, and you'll see caretakers falling and walking below the surface. Pretty crazy. Just doing their own thing underneath the game. Here's the tree that Luke tried to burn down to get rid of the Jedi text that Rey already had taken, and Yoda did it anyway. And then here are the books. You can go through here as a minifig, but what's behind it? And wow, look at that makeup of all of the wood. That's really cool to see, all of the tree trunks and bark and such. Now we've moved the characters close to this location, it's loaded in, so we're not going to see caretakers underneath, I don't think. No. They're all okay. This location is so wonderful, just the attention to detail. Like, this is a Lego game. Look how high quality these flowers and pieces of grass are. And the stone, the material work for a Lego game is exceptional. The artist did such a great job making locations like this. I think this might be in the top few best looking locations in the entire game. And that is going to do it for the exploration of Ahch-To. I hope you enjoyed this video because it was so much fun exploring this absolutely incredible location. And if you did enjoy it, please do drop a like to help support the channel. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode in this series. We will be picking a planet or capital ship based on the comments, so make sure you let me know down in the comment section below which planet you'd like to see next. We will be getting through all of them, so don't worry if your planet isn't picked next time. There's always going to be a time after that. Also, you may have missed a previous episode in the series where I may have covered the planet that you want to see, so make sure you do click on the playlist on the screen right now if you missed any of them, and I shall see you in my next LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video. Goodbye.